Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfucking fortunate. But I tell you what, but bitch, we got views.
It is. I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because trust me, we never fucking do. Ever. My name is.
Fuck you, Squints. Fuck you, Squints.
Shout out Whistle Fizzle. R.I.P.
Yeah. Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and always.
The Fizzler.
And my partner in crime, ChadArmesTV.com. That's right. So, hope y'all are doing okay. We're obviously not. We're pretty excited today.
Very
why?
hype.
Why are we hyped?
Because Kemosabe just dropped.
And Howdy. Well, Howdy comes out later this afternoon, right?
Yeah, Howdy's at 5 p.m.
Yeah. So right now,
Kemosabe. Both of them are available on audios.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The visual.
As of midnight last night, Kemosabe and Howdy from Leroy Biggs is available now. But audio wise. But right after this fucking podcast premiere.
Hell yeah.
Right after. I'm talking about the moment this bitch is over.
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe not the moment. Maybe a few minutes after, but Kemosabe, Chad Arms featuring Lex TopDollar, produced by Dub 3030, stamped.
Mixed and mastered by Dub 3030.
Mixed and mastered.
Starl.
Oh, it was he made the beat.
He produced me.
He just did it all.
Dude, he's a fucking one-man wrecking crew.
Ain't he though?
Shout out Dub 3030.
Absolutely. I got his drop. Maybe we should just hit the drop. That's always like the
hell
cool
yeah.
thing to do. Shout out to
Hell yeah.
that guy.
His ass on this.
Right, and shout out to Ghost.
Shout out to Ghost. Shout out Scat. Shout out Mako.
Shout out Mako. Shout out Scat for sure.
The visual. Shout out to Legacy for doing the promo vid. We're just excited for y'all to finally hear it. Hopefully, if y'all have watched the podcast, you already heard the song because it dropped at midnight last night. And y'all be sure to do us a favor. If you have iTunes, purchase the single.
It's a fucking $1.
It's $1. Okay, it's $1.
It means so much.
Yeah, if you have iTunes, same way with Dedicated. Like we didn't do pre-saves or pre-orders for this. We wanted to just hit y'all,
smack the shit out of you.
Surprise! We knew that y'all knew that we were dropping something, but we didn't want to do like a real long promo of it. Me and Lex was talking about what if we just hit them? We told them the date, but this just hit them like right before. Don't put out a long, So that's kind of the way we did this. But
facts.
I love the song.
I love the song.
It was definitely a fight to not put it on the album, just because I didn't do any features. But
that's the only reason why it wasn't on there.
Yeah, but it's the next project that I do. It's definitely going on the next project. But the single is available now.
Got to get it.
Y'all be sure to go pick it up.
Shout out Tony Delano on the artwork.
Shout out to Cairo Inc. for sure.
That's a nasty one.
Let me just to tell you about how this happened. Okay, so
go. This is the story of Kemosabe?
Yes, the story of Kemosabe.
Yeah, this is a great story.
Yeah, so
pay attention.
I sent Lex and I sent Squints. Anytime when I was recording songs, when I would get the rough version of them, I would just send it to Squints and Lex.
You're missing out a key element to this story.
What?
Can I tell the story? Not to cut you off, because your angle to this story is great, but you're missing one thing.
What am I missing?
When Chad got his first chunk of beats from Dub, he sent them to me and Don and whoever else and asked which ones we thought were the best ones. That's how the story starts, because Don recorded that verse on the instrumental. He had the instrumental from a previous email. Ain't that how that worked?
No. This is different.
I don't know what I'm saying.
No,
I just fucked that all up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chad.
Yeah,
I thought he got the beat first, though.
No. This is different. So the way this works, let's try this again.
All right,
so I got the song finished, and it was like the rough version. So I sent it to Squints, I sent it to Mel, I sent it to Lex. That's how I sent all my stuff at first.
What y'all think?
Yeah. And so when I did that, Lex just sent fire emojis back because it was a 2-verse song and it was a solo song. So when I did that, he was like fire emojis. And then I was driving around and he was like, just for shits and giggles, send me the beat. So I was thinking he was going to take some shit out of the beat, do his Lex TopDollar shit his mixing type shit, right? So an hour later, he sends me the song back and he was like, I just did a verse to it.
Which never happens.
Never happens, ever in life.
Ever.
And the verse was super fire.
Super fire. Ridiculous. Obviously. Y'all know now.
So what he did was he was at work. He heard the song and got so hyped about the song that he left the job site, went and recorded the verse and sent it back to me. And he was like,
which never happens.
no, he said, I haven't done that. I haven't been that hyped for a song since I was 16.
See what I'm saying? This shit never happens. So I don't know what the fuck that particular record possessed to make him do what he did, but we need more of those because that motherfucker came out swinging.
Yeah, he said that the main thing about it was my hook and just the energy of the beat.
Yeah.
It just hit him. It was just one of those that just hit him. And I just sent it to him. It was going to be another solo record for Dedicated that may or may not have made the album.
Yeah.
That's basically what that was.
Facts. This is all facts. Sorry I fucked up the story early. And I think I know why I did. I think you know why I did, but I can't disclose of that one yet either.
I don't remember.
We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah.
But anyway, when Chad sent me to pick up where Chad's story kind of ended at and like how it all happened, Chad called me. And when Chad called, and I'm like at work, like during the day, I was like, we wasn't like working on podcast shit or show and prove shit. Like I was like doing the normal shit during the day. And I remember Chad called me. And if Chad calls me at like without a text, it's something. Like it's a quick question or it's just something, info I may have or something. But he called me and I answered the phone. He said, bro, I remember, I was like, what's up, bro? You all right? What's happening? Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, Lex, dog. He just fucking pulled his ass cheeks out on this song. And I'm like, whoa, what song? What are you talking about? Because it was totally out of left field.
No, I didn't. I wasn't expecting to get a verse back from Lex. I mean, and he wasn't expecting to want to record one.
Yeah. And Chad, being Chad, he sent me the record. What he explained it. He's like, bro, it's that one I sent y'all just the other day. I was like, he didn't do anything. He just sent fire emojis and he asked me for the instrument. He's explaining it to me. And then I remember fucking 2 or 3 minutes later, I get the email. Mm-hmm. And I called Chad back like, Jesus fucking Christ, what just happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shout out Lex TopDollar. Shout out Chad Arms. Chad Arms is a very inspiring rapper, obviously. Like, just from the content he creates towards consumers, super inspiring. Like, we get it all the time via, like, comments and, like, inbox messages and shit, just talking about the inspiration Chad Arms provides as an artist. Mm-hmm. But that inspiration is much larger than that. Like, he inspires artists. Fun fact, about got us, Chad. Fun fact, literally though, where's our live? Okay. Literally, we just got back from Tailgates and Tall Boys, as y'all know, and I'm not gonna say names, but I know there was two artists in particular that came up to you talking about inspiration, about how you inspire them. Yeah. Right. And it's you inspire their creativity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's undeniable, bro. It's like I don't know. I'm still trying to put my thumb on what fucking did it on that one record. Because it's not like you ain't dropped hot shit.
I don't know. Like that's what I was asking Lex, and he just said something about the hook and because initially I was like, dude, you can just, that hook, the way you did the verse, like before the hook comes in, you can just do the hook. He's like, fuck no, that's why I liked it, was because of the hook. We're keeping that hook in there. I was like, oh, hell yeah. So then the song was finished, and then Lex does not ever do this, but he was like, I'm going to leave it up. I said, bro, don't stress so much about mixing and mastering. Let Dub mix it and master it. That way it's going to sound fire.
Which never happens.
Yeah, so Lex did put he did a lot to his verse, I think, before, but he gave it to me and just trusted Dub to make a fire ass, and Dub killed it like he always does.
Guys, while that sounds so simple, and it's like kind of how it goes when it comes like Chad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chad's kind of laid back. He'll drop the bars and then submit it to whoever pretty much was involved. And then, he's kind of happy with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Lex is a different story. Like,
and a lot of people are like that.
A lot, particular, right? Yeah. And it's not a bad trait at all. Perfect example is Tony Danza. I've spoken on this in the past. Mm-hmm. When Tony Danza was released, I got the beat from Lex just on a whim. Got lucky. You know what I mean? Then he had a verse already for it. Said we could use the verse still for the song, and then we got Jelly on the record. But shout out Blaze 314. He actually just called my phone. Shout out Blaze. I'll call you back. He did the mix, mm-hmm. and as soon as Don heard it, he said, "Don't put it out yet. Let me fuck with this a little bit." Mm-hmm. And dude, when I got, and no disrespect to Blaze 314, he's a genius, but the song went from what I thought was an 8 to 10 type record to an undeniable 10 in my book. Like, I love the mix compared to where it was to where it's at, like where it ended up at, because we had artwork done and everything. Blaze 314, Squints, and Lex TopDollar, us three on the record.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about Lex's mix, and then it turned into a remix record, and we threw Jelly on it. Shout out Jelly.
Shout out Jelly.
Yeah, but he's a perfectionist, and for him to sort of take the cruise control on this one, first take the aggressive approach and just go straight to the crib and knock out a verse is unheard of.
Yeah.
And then to send it to us to hear is unheard of. I still ain't heard the fucking song where he shouts out, "I got some shit to say." Remember that?
Oh, that little Instagram thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just him fucking around on Instagram, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly. It's just so unheard of when it comes to Lex. But it's all inspiration from this guy. Shout out that guy. Dedicated, available now.
Dedicated, available now.
Killing it. Been killing it. But
we got to figure out. The plaque. We got to get that plaque situated. Me and Mel's been looking on. There's so many different places that do them. The custom like iTunes chart plaque.
Oh, yeah.
We got it. We and her was looking on them last night. We just got to find the right one.
I was thinking
to y'all for that.
You said plaque, and I thought we were talking about our belt, like the belt we were going to get you.
No,
so we got to get the belt.
That'll be dope too, for sure. But once we got the song done, then it was like we got it. Lex was like, "Let's get Ghost to shoot the video." So then,
which is great thing to hear.
Yeah. So then,
shout out Ghost.
That's when we planned
genius.
The trip to Florida, which y'all see the video for that, which is awesome. Had a blast down there. Getting to do the video. I've still got to edit the footage of like the behind the scenes of the video.
Yeah.
I'll get that edited this week. And then we will get that up next week for you. I'll get it edited this weekend. I'm going out of town again, which we'll talk about that next week when we get back. But when we get back, we'll post the behind the scenes. I wanted to wait till after the video drops to post the behind the scenes for it.
On that note, aside from Kemosabe being available right after this podcast and Howdy available later this afternoon, the amount of content the amount of content we have coming for y'all on ChadArmesTV is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, we're in a good spot right now. We're the way that we're being, we're acting like we don't have any.
Yeah, we ain't letting off the gas.
Because that's the problem that I've had in the past is myself, and with the podcast we've done.
Yeah.
Once we get a few in the can, we're like, okay, we're good, and we get lackadaisical, the word of the day.
Very good word.
And we run, and then something happens. One of us gets sick or hurt or busy, and then we're like, oh shit, we don't have no content. So we're gonna start. We can start going into the recap for Tailgates and Tall Boys too, if you want. But just finishing up this one part, and then we'll come back to Kemosabe. The visual, I know y'all are gonna love it. Shout out to Ghost, shout out to Scat, Mako.
Huge shout out to Ghost, Scat, Mako.
Shout out to Lex, shout out to Dub 3030, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Legacy for doing the promo clip for me. Shout out to Squints for the thumbnail. Shout out to Cairo Inc. for the artwork. Shout out to y'all again. If y'all have not already purchased it on iTunes, please go do that for me. It's $1. The more purchases we get on the actual single, the higher we can maybe go on the charts. Yeah. And I'd love for me and Lex to chart somewhere with this single. I've never charted with a single.
Yeah.
Me and Leroy charted with Bad Habits, and then I charted with Dedicated as an album. But we've never charted with a single.
Facts.
That I know Worm did with Gangsta Shit. R.I.P. Wizzle.
R.I.P. forever and always.
But it'd be dope if we could chart. You know what I'm saying, with the single.
That's kind of shooting yourself in the foot when you do a surprise attack like this.
Yeah, for sure.
You kind of risk that initial chart through the gate because a lot of people, if you don't catch like the little hints of the record, you know what I'm saying, you kind of miss the debut.
Yeah, which is just the way we wanted to kind of go about it. And
that's fine.
I think it's dope because Lex has not really came outside and rapped since.
And that boy going.
I mean, since probably like him and Worm stuff in like 2015, 2016. You know what I'm saying? Well, 2015. So he's done stuff with Bobby. Him and Bravo did, Down the Bottle I Go a few years back, but he's singing on there. You know what I'm saying? And he did the song with Jelly, which he's singing on. But rapping Lex hasn't happened in a while, dog. So I was just glad to be able to drop something that he was passionate about to the point where he wanted to jump on it.
Facts.
And I love the record. I love the way it turned out. I love the way the visual turned out. Hopefully y'all do as well.
They will.
And again, Kemosabe, go get that right now. But let's go ahead and talk about Tailgates and Tall Boys, man. Let's do a recap.
Let's do it.
To kind of fill this episode out. And then we'll come back to Kemosabe and promote it right before the end of the episode.
I'm totally with it. I mean, we're 15 in. We're gonna link. We have to like
Keep
we
it
have
under
to
an
cap
hour,
this
yeah.
under an hour for this one. We have to.
Because the
But
10 a.m. premiere.
Exactly. We want to
Yeah.
give time for the premiere for Kemosabe. So
Yeah.
before we jump into Tailgates and Tallboys, let's just hit our sponsors real quick.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
come right back in and we're going to give y'all a recap of Tailgates and Tallboys.
Boom.
We'll be right back. Yo, real quick, let's take 1 second, Chad, real quick,
Yeah, yeah.
just to thank one of our sponsors, the GOAT, Mark Gray over at South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
For sure.
Right? Those guys are amazing at what they do. They're expert in any type of HVAC services you could ever want. We're talking like expert design, superior service, quality installation since 1985.
85, dude. 85.
That's almost 40 years.
Dude, that's insane.
I just turned 40. That's a long time. I'm really old. So obviously these guys know what they're doing. You guys need anything like that? Let me show you. These guys right here, they're the guys to call. Y'all see the name, the number, anything you may need, South Nashville Heating and Cooling can get it done.
For sure. And what better time to have them come help you out.
You said it, dude.
It's hotter than two rats making hot, passionate whooping a wool sock outside at all times.
That
I mean,
sounds pretty
you
accurate.
walk outside and you have heat stroke.
That's dead on. I totally agree.
I mean, Mark's your go-to guy. If you want it blowing snow biscuits in
Yeah.
your crib, you hit up South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Do them a favor. When you get them on the phone, tell them you heard about them when I got some shit to say to podcast.
For sure.
what it's worth. But, yeah, one more time. Shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling, man. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number, man. Get at them. It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man. We're back. Right? Yes.
Hell yeah. We're
Right.
back like we left the cocky.
And if you're just checking in on the premiere, we appreciate y'all tuning in. But be sure right now, fuck this podcast. Go leave this, go to ChadArmesTV.com or Chad Arms YouTube channel and hit that premiere reminder real quick. Because right after this podcast premieres, we're jumping right into the Kemosabe premiere from Chad Arms featuring Lex TopDollar.
For sure, we're gonna pin the link in the comments of the live replay, and
Yes.
we'll have it as the pinned comment in the YouTube video.
Facts.
So yeah, again, we're gonna come back and we're gonna remind y'all at the end of this episode. But let's get into Tailgates and Tallboys.
Let's
man.
do that.
Let's talk about
that. Tailgates and Tallboys. Tailgates and Tallboys was my first experience going to Tailgates and Tallboys. I've heard about this event for a number of years now and wanted to attend probably a couple. But with the podcast having the momentum that it has, probably 3 or 4 months ago, we got the invite to attend Tailgates and Tallboys as basically the exclusive podcast on site. Shout out to Billy and Tailgates and Tallboys, their whole staff.
For sure.
We took full advantage of it initially and was supposed to make the June show in Bloomington. That was my birthday weekend. We were just busy. There was a lot going on. We decided to step back. The card, we wasn't in... The lineup for the Taylorville show, which we attended, was much more fitting for us initially for our first one with the podcast. Solely because 90% of the people on all 3 days, you guys have either seen on this show or on Chad Arms TV.
Right. Yeah, for
Enough
sure.
said. Like, we know all them guys, right? And the ones we didn't know, we would get to meet solely through our other friends. So it just made sense. So we put off going to Bloomington and went to Taylorville.
For sure.
Day one. The roster consisted of headlining the show was 3-6 Mafia. And
Thursday. Yep.
Yes. And but opening up was Leroy Biggs.
Trilogy, then Leroy Biggs. Yeah.
Was that the same day?
Yeah, Trilogy.
Yes, you're right.
Trilogy opened, and then
Trilogy.
Leroy, and then DJ Drums,
DJ Drums.
and DJ versus Drums, sorry.
Yes.
And then 3-6.
And then 3-6.
Yeah.
That's day one. Now, I just want to jump into day two to give them a recap of the lineups.
Yeah.
Day two consisted of
Broadnax.
Dusty Lee, Demon Jones,
Well, Savannah. Then
Savannah,
Yeah.
Demon Jones,
Yeah.
and then Adam Calhoun.
Adam Calhoun, yep.
Right? And then the third day was Sarah Ross, Chase Matthews, Struggle Jennings, and Jelly Roll.
Yep.
Okay? So out of all the names we got, fun fact, here it comes. We recorded 16 segments of I Got Some Shit to Say. That doesn't mean 16 episodes.
No,
'Cause
it's going to probably be like 5.
the way the event works is pandemonium.
Yeah.
It's go, go, go. You got 5 minutes. You got 10 minutes. How long we got with you? You got an hour. You know what I mean? So just to give y'all kind of a perspective about these 16 and how we are going to bundle them for you guys, out the gate, here, can I drop it?
Yeah.
Out the gate, the first footage from Tailgates and Tallboys, as far as I Got Some Shit to Say, will be featuring none other than Bravo Gator.
Yeah. We got
That
a full episode with Bravo.
That episode will drop Monday morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And it is
Dope.
dope. to say the least. We've been trying to have Bravo on the show for a long time now, and it just never coordinated enough to make it good. You know what I mean? He could have called in, but it was like, man, if we just wait, maybe we can get Lex and him to call in together. Like, it was just one thing after another, and it just never worked out. But I'm so glad it didn't, because it set up our sit down with Bravo at Tailgate's Tall Boys, which is phenomenal.
Which was dope. And let's say a couple things about that real quick.
Yeah.
For one, salute to Bravo and salute to Mako, because Bravo he came on the podcast and he let us get on stage to film the footage of when he proposed to Savannah.
Yeah.
So congrats to them.
Yes. Huge congrats. It was great. It was just amazing. It really was.
It was a really dope episode. Now, here's the thing. Here's a disclaimer for the episode.
Yes.
Bravo does not hold his tongue. He's never been one to hold his tongue. And while I got some shit to say, the podcast are cool with everybody.
Yes.
There may be some stuff Bravo says that people may not necessarily agree with.
Yes.
Me and Squints are media.
We are a neutral ground.
You know what I'm saying?
We love everybody.
And I love Bravo, and some of the people
to sum it up, Bravo Gator has some shit to say.
He says he has some shit to say.
Were some shots fired? A couple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's Bravo Gator. What do you expect?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so glad. Like, that's sort of like what I was saying. I'm so glad putting off like numerous kind of attempts to make that I don't want to call it an interview, because it wasn't. It was a podcast.
Yeah.
But to get that podcast episode to happen, so glad it never happened until then. One, because he announced to us prior to it the engagement to Savannah that he was going to.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? He tells us literally 5-10 minutes before we get off.
Yep.
He told us off camera, and we didn't expect him to mention it during the podcast, but he does. But along the way, he fires a couple shots, talks about Target on Lock. And
he speaks about Mako.
Yes.
He speaks about certain
what is, and what
artists
going to
that
be.
aren't there. Most he doesn't have problems with. There is one that he may not have.
Tune in Monday, 9 a.m.
Tune in Monday. I just wanted to get that out there
for
because
sure. Absolutely makes
you know
sense.
What I mean?
Yeah.
This is the first time that we've had an episode where stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not going to be the first time.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, but
that shout out to Adam22, no jumper. He talks about this. Like, I've heard like previous episodes where he talks about it. You know, once we achieve a certain status with this show, which we're pretty much there. You know what I mean? We're established now as a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It's going to come. There's going to be plenty of that, and there's going to be plenty of shots fired that will be caught in the crossfire. You know, and it's we just got to be quick at dodging bullets, bro. Like
for sure. And
handled it well.
like I fuck with Bravo tough, and Bravo fucks with us tough, and he showed us a lot of love, and
literally told me and Chad, y'all two are good, and Mel. He's like, y'all are fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody says anything about y'all not being able to get up on stage with me, let me know.
Yeah.
And that enough. And we got up on stage before Bravo was even coming up. Like, Sav was already performing. Shout out Sav, she killed it.
Yeah, she had like a 3-hour line too.
Yeah, for merch afterwards, literally hundreds of people.
Yeah, and so that was
that's the first
Friday
one.
night.
Yeah,
and speaking on day 2 as well, Calhoun was sick as a dog.
So sick.
He was actually in the hospital for 2 days previous to tailgates.
And y'all know this now because he's posted it. Canceled the last show after tailgates. You know what I mean? I finally got an opportunity to meet Adam Calhoun. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to embrace him and give him dap. And
because he didn't want to get nobody sick.
He's literally 6 feet. He's like, oh shit, bro, the podcast, like,
yeah.
And then there's a little other conversation about how we plan to get content without him soon enough. So
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully that'll lead up to that. There's two people that we didn't get to sit down with.
Yeah.
One was Adam Calhoun. He was sick as fuck. Totally understandable.
But he still thugged it out and did a killer set too.
3, actually.
Yeah.
2, Struggle. Struggle was very busy. And we've had Struggle on the show more recently.
And they're going to pull up.
And they're going to pull up.
For sure.
We want him and Caitlin Curtis to come through together.
Yeah, we spoke to both of them.
We spoke to both of them, and we're manifesting that now. But shout out to Strug. Shut it down. Shout out to Caitlin Curtis. She is a phenomenal artist. Just vocally, she is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. She's great.
And who else? Chase Matthews. We did not get Chase
Matthews. He was super busy as well, and he had left early after his set. He actually rode back with one of his other bandmates and rode back to Nashville. But
we did get to go mudding with Chase and Jelly together.
Yeah,
so
that video's
we
up,
did
and
get
I was
time
terrified.
with
Shout out
Chase.
Tubbs.
Yes, shout out to fucking Tubbs.
Tubbs scared me to death, bro.
Yeah, national treasure. Shout out Tubbs. We love
sure.
you, Tubbs.
We got Tubbs.
I love you, Tubbs.
I love you too, Tubbs.
I'm about to get a Tubbs tattoo.
Tubbs is the man.
Right. Shout out Lorenzo Cole.
Yeah, shout out to Street Flavor too, because Thursday they were the first ones we shot the footage with before their set. Sonny, Leroy, and Lorenzo. That was the first episode when we were still trying to figure everything out.
Got a full episode with them.
So we got a full episode with them. I don't know what it looks or sounds like, but we did get one with Street Flavor. Shout out to them.
Yes.
And 3-6 Mafia, obviously we would have loved to have done that. But
their writers were different.
Their writers had, so the room that we were in was the room where the artist catering is, right? Yeah. And it was basically like, think of it like as a bingo hall, and we were off in the corner.
Yep.
Right.
We were in the back corner set up just like this.
Yeah.
Y'all will see on Monday's
for sure.
episode.
We tried to mimic it as much as we could.
We did a great job too.
For sure. But there was so much going on.
Dude, there was pool tables, 2 of them. There was cornhole, which one of the boards was literally 4 feet in front of our desk.
Yeah.
And foosball. There was a bar that was fully catered. It looked like a little diner. Like I got B-roll footage. We can actually. No, I'm not, because this is coming out tomorrow, so I'm not doing any extra shit to this.
No, that's fine.
But shout out Tailgates and Tall Boys. That whole crew, staff, man, they accommodated us from the moment we pulled up to the moment we left. And yeah, we'll see y'all next year, bro. We'll be back next year. What else though, Chad?
So that was Thursday, Friday, and then of course we people wondering, we did get a sit down with Broadnax.
Yes.
This dude was, we didn't get to sit down with Dusty Lee. He was super busy too. And when he came in the room, we were out there with Sav and them. But shout out Dusty Lee. We didn't get Demon. Again, them two are they were both super busy.
Yeah. And the way they do it, sorry, Chad.
No,
they literally finish their sets as one after another, and they make their way to merch. And you start playing a card like you don't want to be disrespectful and not stay for their performance.
Yeah.
You don't want to be disrespectful and, like your head starts thinking, this is me and Chad. We're nice guys. We like to play for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what it was. Like, honestly, like we wanted to make sure we watched everyone perform. But if the opportunity was there, if we're standing there watching the next person perform, and then the previous artist taps us on the shoulder and be like, y'all still got a few minutes?
Yeah, we had to go make
boom,
it happen.
we working. It was just, golly. Keep going, Chad.
Salute to Broadnax, because that dude was under the weather for one. They all were. Yeah. That was the last show of their tour. They killed that 40 days tour. The last one they had to cancel because Adam was sick, but they're making that up on the second leg. But Broadnax was already sick. He was already under the weather. He had performed. He stood out there on the merch booth after the show was over, when Adam finished performing, because they do a song together on their set. They do Stay Down together.
Facts.
Broadnax came up to I don't know if it was you or Mel or all of us, and was like, y'all got time? We went in the room.
Mel.
We went in there and shot we got 20 minutes with Broadnax, and then we've attached some stuff like after that, like a recap after that. But,
yeah. And Sav, we didn't get Sav because we got Bravo in her place. And the way that worked out to our benefit is when Sav went for hair and makeup.
Yeah, that's when
we got Bravo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's when he had the time to sit down.
As soon as she came out of hair and makeup, it was their sound check.
Yeah.
So literally, as we're getting off, we get off the podcast because there's someone off screen saying, "Hey, sound check."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we got to go. You know what I mean? But afterwards, any aspirations we had to get Sav afterwards were completely gone.
No,
after
because
the
of
proposal.
She was at her merch booth to the point where they had to tell people we can't sign any more stuff.
Yeah. And shout out to Sav and Bravo, because even after like such a monumental event for them two personally, and then just do the norm. You go straight to the merch booth for 3 hours, sign everything, take pictures. Like, we watched them. You know what I mean? And it's salute to them, man. They're just they're professional with it, and I'm just super happy for them, man.
Yeah. So that was day 1 and 2. Day 3 is when we got Tough Security.
Yes.
We got Jerry G.
Yes.
We got Maui. We got Boston.
Yes.
Country. DJ Chill. That'll all be grouped into one episode.
Correct.
That was great. We got them in chunks, like 8 to 10 minutes, but then Country and Boston sat down with us for like a half an hour. So.
Yes. Yeah, there was a little bit lengthier compared to the rest of the guys.
But
we even got Maui, dude. And Maui,
for sure. And Maui gave us 6 minutes of fire.
And I guarantee you that's probably the only 6 minutes you'll ever see of Maui on camera talking.
Yeah, because, Maui's quiet. That's Jelly's like right hand,
Y'all know who we're talking
Y'all
about.
know
As soon as
Malik.
you see him, you'll know who we're talking about if you're unfamiliar with the name. But
so we can talk about this too.
shout out Tough Security.
Shout out to Tough Security, Tough Protection. Y'all
Shout
y'all
out
the
Jerry
goats.
G. It's his birthday
It's his
today.
birthday today too, for sure. Shout out Dusty Lee. It's his birthday too.
Damn, shout out Dusty Lee. I didn't know that, man.
So
I would have worn the Dusty Lee shirt.
Jerry G pulled up with Billy at the Rolling with Jelly. They had the Rolling with Jelly food truck. We got to try that.
Shout out
It was
41
fire.
Culture.
Shout out 41 Culture. But we got another sit down episode with Jelly Roll,
We sure did.
and it will be what episode?
100.
100. Give the claps. Bow, bow.
I'm so excited for episode 100. As you guys are watching this right now, this is episode 96. And we
Yep.
told y'all episode 97 is Monday morning at 9 a.m. with Bravo Gator.
Bravo. Yep.
And then 98, 99 will be some of the content we just went over
Yeah.
with you guys. And there's more in there that we didn't really cover. And there's some that will, But
Oh yeah, because we got
DJ O-Rig.
DJ Cliffy, DJ
Cliffy
O-Rig,
D,
Sarah Ross, Kansas Rebel Man.
Kansas Rebel Man pulled up. Like
So that'll all be grouped into an episode. So
we even got Mel on camera.
Mel got on camera.
Twice.
We had Sarah Ross, but yeah, we got a ton of stuff.
The Street Flavor episode, like there's
there's
so
a-
much stuff coming y'all's
sift
way
through.
from our Tailgates and Tallboys stuff, all of our
Yeah.
content. And again, shout out to them a million times over. Fun fact, we'll see y'all next year. So if y'all missed fucking Tailgates and Tallboys this year, be there next year. At least Taylorville. We're trying to work out everything else. But for sure, we'll be at Taylorville again next year. So July 27th through the 29th, 2023.
And,
Mark your calendars.
The Jelly episode is fucking great.
Epic.
It's great.
It's everything we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
For the, I mean, y'all got to think about the level of popularity that guy holds right now amongst the world.
Yeah.
I mean, currently, as we're recording this, he has the number 19 country record in the world.
From the same album that had the #1 rock record for 3 weeks.
Facts. And he also is number 39 on the Billboard Top 100.
Now, so when they say that, is that just as an artist or is that for that song?
It's just a song.
So
It's the Heat Seeker, I think, that's for the
so like
artist.
how
I may
fast
be
it's
wrong.
moving up?
Somebody will fix
Yeah.
this in the comments, but the Heat Seekers are the artists, I think. The artists like to
Gotcha.
watch.
Okay.
And he's been on that before, like long time ago.
Yeah, and but the episode with Jelly is great. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the artists that we just named. Everybody that worked with us. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Squints. Shout out to
Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon, aka Lil Bobby,
Lil Bobby.
at LBC.
LBC.
Squints' brother-in-law.
Yeah.
It was fun. He had a blast, and him and Mel helps me and Squints out a lot when
So
we were
much.
getting our stuff done.
We could not have done it without them too.
Yeah, they with between her, whether she was filming and he was filming, he was taking pictures. She was
Yes.
doing. We
were all working.
We
It
were
was-
working as a squad, man, and we had a blast.
My funnest fact about Tailgates and Tallboys, and y'all won't believe this, didn't drink at all until the last day.
No, and we were planning to drink a lot with Jelly because we figured Jelly was going to want to drink, but
Yeah,
they
he
drank
wasn't on
really
heavy the night before for Chill's
for
birthday.
Chill's birthday in Michigan.
Yes.
So Jelly wasn't drinking. I don't think he drank at all.
Nah.
We drank a couple of shots with Cliffy. We drank some
Shout out Cliffy.
what were they called? Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger
sorry.
bombs. Love that guy. I haven't had a Jaeger bomb.
We
so
had
long.
one
Sarah
shot of
Ross.
tequila from somebody.
Sarah Ross. Oh no, we had a shot of tequila start to like middle day too.
From who was that from?
Us. We found
Oh, it was just
there's a
Jelly's
bottle
people
on.
left a
Yeah,
bottle.
Jelly's people left a
For us. And we just
Terramano.
took a little swig.
Yeah. But
that's all we had,
and
yeah.
Sarah Ross brought us Jaeger. Remember, we took a shot on
Yeah,
camera
for
with
sure.
Sarah Ross.
That's what that
Shout
was.
out her, man. She was great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was just
It was a fun time.
a
man.
humbling event, to
It
say
was.
the least. And I think, hitting episode 100 is a big feat for us. And turning a year old right before we went, that's a big deal. When we started
Mm-hmm.
this podcast, guys, we knew what we were doing. And we knew what we were creating, and we knew what we would be
Yeah.
if we stuck to it. Like we had to commit to consistency. We had to commit to, and all along while pushing Chad's new album, you know what I mean? And doing ChadArmesTV and rounding in interviews and doing that kind of shit. But we never lost sight of the podcast. And Bubba, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, without Chad Arms and Chad Arms TV, I don't know where I'd be without Show and Prove, period. But that's 15 plus years of this shit, bro. We've been doing this, and I just love what we've created. I love where we're at. I love where we're going, and I feel like, bro, we have took such a huge turn to where we are a pretty dominant force in this category now. Fun fact: we are charting right now too.
Yeah. Tell them where are we charting at?
Oh, dude, we're number 3 in Peru.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Peru.
Number 3 podcast, and
but we're like in the top. What in the world, in the U.S. or whatever?
So we are number 204 on comedy currently.
But how many is that out of?
5.1 million.
Yeah, so we're number 204 in comedy.
So overall, though, like out of every podcast, and you get Chartable's rankings. I want to say it's top 10,000, right? Mm-hmm. And currently, we are like overall all podcasts, all genres, everything.
Yeah,
we have cracked that top 10,000. Now,
but how many podcasts?
5.1 million.
Yeah. So out of 5.1 million, we're in the top 10,000.
We're actually in the top. We're
overall,
like at 7,100.
Yeah. So
even.
Like that's.
It sounds silly.
You hear that, but then but the thing that I think is great is like we're 204 in comedy.
Yeah, and that's.
But then
US.
we're ranked in music interviews.
Music
too, right?
interviews, which is our that is our like
main category.
Main category for our podcast is music interviews, and we are currently number 71.
Yeah.
So we have,
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. That's the most exciting part for us because we show up on that chart. You know what I mean? And the top comedy in US it's US. We are 204, and the top 200 show on that chart. So we're about to be showing on 2,
gotcha.
hopefully.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And man, the numbers are just great. Like everything's just clicking, dude. And Tailgates and Tall Boys was kind of icing on the cake and hitting our 100th episode and hitting that year. And hopefully when we go to Tailgates next year, Chad will be performing. We're trying to make that happen.
Yeah, we're trying to make
I'm
that
going to speak that shit into existence. I'm not scared to say it. Shout out Billy Cow.
Hopefully we're performing Kemosabe there next year.
That's another fun fact. Me and Chad have agreed off camera. We're going to talk Amy into coming. Amy's going to come next year, and we're going to talk Lex into coming.
Yeah,
it's got to happen. So
we'll
see where it takes us, man.
Squad up,
but
for sure.
Overall scale 1 to 10, 10 being the most amazing time of your life. Mm-hmm. What would you give your rating for Tailgates and Tall Boys?
I'd say a 9 because it wasn't the most amazing time of my life.
Exactly,
but a 9
it's strong. 8.59
for sure, dog.
It was we had so much fun aside from working, but kept it professional, and we were always willing to go. We reeled in anything and everything that we wanted and was capable of doing, right? Because there were a few other opportunities probably for us that we just didn't take advantage of, and that's just because we were doing other shit.
Yeah, because
this is 500 plus acres of land that's going on with this. I'm talking, guys, thousands. It was over 7,500 people there. Thousands of vehicles, all jacked up, big tires, all that. Thousands of them. Thousands of side-by-sides. Thousands of ATVs and four-wheelers and fucking like carts and dune buggies and fucking like...
Oh, dude, so many.
Monster trucks, like you name it. I had no idea what we were walking into. I did not. I've never been to nothing like that, and I've seen online, like from previous ones, of what it kind of looked like.
Yeah, well, and see, last year, dude, me and Mel only was there for one day, and it was literally back there where the buses were. We never went anywhere else.
See, and
ever.
And to Chad's comment right there, we didn't either the first day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah.
We just stayed in like this horseshoe type thing, this like track around the big stage. So we did walk, and we walked pretty far, sure. And we mingled with a lot of fucking fans and met tons of people. That's where we met the trash panda, the raccoon we got to play with.
Yeah.
Just epic shit. But then, shout out Tubbs again. When we went riding with Tubbs took us in the shit. I mean, it's like that circle I just talked about, and this is a pretty large fucking circle, you know? Tubbs went right at the very, like, first turn of the circle. He went the other way. And, dude, we would go so far out, I'd lose all sense of direction. I have no idea where we are. Mud fucking is deep, as tall as we are, literally.
Yeah.
Water, dust, and that boy would zoom through that thing. Dude, it was amazing. I really can't. I don't even know how to describe Tubbs and his driving abilities. He's a national treasure,
dude. That's what I said. I mean,
and we were like on this. It was a Polaris. I know that, but it was like a gator. You know what I mean? Like a gator. You know what a gator is? Like a ball field type thing, or where they pick up an injured player off the field with. So it was like that, but it was a Polaris, and it was a 5-seater. But dude, this fucking thing was basically a tank.
Dude, he didn't even have it in 4-wheel drive hardly
Sometimes
he had to switch it in
but
there.
You could immediately tell.
I was terrified because he was going through spots where I was like, "There's no way we're getting through this," and he just made it look easy.
Chad, on this episode, be sure to put the mudding with jelly roll thing on there, because that
the link,
the link,
yeah.
because that's what we're referencing to is that ride. But please keep in mind that that video, it shows sort of glimpses of what we got.
Once
to
it got serious,
There's
we
no
turned the
recording.
cameras off
There's
because we were
literally-
scared we was going to lose them.
We didn't want to drop the camera.
I almost lost my 13 in the
You
mud.
almost lost me.
Yeah, you almost fell out. Jelly was four-wheeling, and Jelly he jumped off because it was about to roll on
Yeah,
him.
it was about to roll, so he jumped off. So all the footage y'all see of Jelly covered in mud on that bunny jacket.
That's why.
That's why. Because when we were riding, and we were leading, Tubbs was leading the way. Chase Matthews asked Tubbs to lead the way. So it went Tubbs, our cart, and it was me, Chad, Mel, Tubbs, and TK, shout out TK, the photographer for Jelly. And then Jelly was on the four-wheeler behind us, and then behind them was Chase and Tough Security.
Mm-hmm.
And we turn around, and they're all stopped, and Maui was in his boxers. We were like, what the fuck is going on?
Maui jumped out and helped Jelly get up, yeah.
Yeah. Maui jumped out into all that shit and was turning the four-wheeler back over and helping Jelly and all that, bro. We were just glad boss was all right, because that could have been... We didn't get to see him fall, so we don't know the magnitude of but
I mean, for him to jump off,
there had to be something going on.
He knew that something bad was about to happen, but Jelly's such a goat, dude. Like, he was going around riding. He could have easily just sat in his damn bus and not did any of that shit, but he's like, fuck that. And he killed his set, dude. It was incredible.
Yeah, he did, man. He absolutely shut it down. Shout out ChadArmesTV. Y'all want to see some of that.
Jelly let us on stage for that. Yeah, he even called me out on stage and was like, come get this view when he was doing Simple Man.
Yeah.
It's on the channel. Y'all check that out.
It's all amazing.
Fucking crazy.
But when he got there, we started recording we started seeing some of the guys, and there came Jelly. He walked in and he approached us, when we did our like off camera catch up, you know what I mean? Probably 10 or 12 minutes. And we knew that the moment Jelly stepped out that door, it would get crazy. As soon as anybody spots him nowadays, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people just swarm him and it's pictures, and Jelly's that guy. He's going to take pictures and all that. Like, you may not see him again.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us straight up, he's like, bro, I just got here. I'm about to go shower. And then I'm going to come in here. We're gonna get the four-wheelers rounded up and tell them to get us some shit to go ride on. And then we'll either before or after, we're going to do the podcast.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, 30 minutes later, he went and took a shower, came right back in.
Yep.
We had the conversation with Tailgates and Tallboys staff about getting a chariot together for us to go riding in after the podcast. That's exactly what happened. I mean, we sat down, we knocked out an hour with Jelly. Shout out to Jelly, he's a goat. And, hit that 100th episode and then went and fucking damn near lost our lives, it seems like. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. This we'll see y'all next year.
For sure.
But to kind of put a ribbon on this episode, Kemosabe is available now everywhere. Now, look, y'all go buy it on iTunes. If you don't have iTunes, it's fine. Stream the shit out of it on Spotify,
Facts,
Napster, whatever the fuck.
Napster, shout
Amazon.
Out Napster. People do use Amazon Music.
Yes,
like, we've learned that now.
Apparently, people use something called MediaNet. I see that on my reports every month. I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but shout out to y'all. But if you haven't streamed it, go stream it. Put it on repeat. The video is about to drop
right after this, and we're about to cut it off.
Yeah, we're about to cut. We're about to be towards the end of this episode. So the link is in the description. The link is pinned in the live chat. The link is pinned in the comment section of this video. Kemosabe, Chad Arms, Lex TopDollar, produced, mixed, and mastered by Dub 3030. Visual by Ghost of Full Scope Media, Mako. Thank y'all so much. Like it. Let's get this going. We got Donnie out of retirement. We don't know if he's ever going to come back out, but we got him out this time.
I promise y'all, the heavier influence and feedback y'all give,
the
more probability that gains. Okay?
For sure.
And based off the conversations we have with Bravo Gator, 9 a.m. Monday morning, Bravo Gator, episode 96, if I got some shit to say.
97.
97, sorry. You know how this goes. We squeezed in 96 here to make room for Kemosabe. Kamikaze. I've said that like 10 times.
10 times, yeah, for sure.
Shout out 10 times.
Hell yeah, man. Kemosabe, go click the link now. Thank y'all so much. ChadArmesTV. We got plenty of content, interview content, music, podcast, all that shit. Dedicated, available now.
All of it.
Kemosabe, go get it right now. I fucking love y'all, man.
Dedicated, still available now.
For sure.
And dude, thank y'all so much for making the fucking podcast chart, for getting us to these 100 episodes we're talking about. Because, fun fact, Chad, in reality, this is our 100th upload, this episode right here.
Oh, yeah, because of the halves.
Because of the halves and all that kind of stuff. But we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Man, dude, we're going to keep going. We ain't stopping. I promise y'all that, man. But Kemosabe, available right fucking now.
Hell yeah,
don't go nowhere.
Go get it, baby.
Right now. Go hit that premiere button now.
I want to see y'all in the premiere, man. Hit the comment section up. Be sure to hit the like button, share it, all that good shit, man.
We'll both be there in the live
For
chat
sure.
during
We'll
the
see
premiere.
we'll see y'all there, baby.
Yeah, y'all check in with us, man. And aside from that, Kemosabe, right after this, otherwise, Monday morning, 9 a.m., we're right back here again with Bravo Gator from Tailgates and Top
For
Boys.
sure.
Y'all tune the fuck in. Let's get out of here, Chad. I'm hungry. Chad.
All right, let's go. Bow.